Welcome back. I am Hogziller. I am continuing with part 5 here of my Mogul Airport Tycoon series. In between part 4 and this part, I did some mapping on where I think I see this airport going. And I think this is going to be a 7-part series. With part 7 having a terminal being built, as I'm not a big fan of them. But anyway, I join you back here in 1977 for what I hope and anticipate is the new runway becoming available. And there it is. New runway. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to slow the game down. There's a reason for this. Theoretically, based on my current reputation in getting another well-kept airport award, I probably am going to get blitzed even at the slowest speed with new contracts. So it'll be interesting to see how many of these airlines that have 0 flights are going to jump on board now. One other thing that did occur while we were away is I ended up getting a contract for one of the 2 slots left, and they want kind of a bug in the game, at least in my opinion, is that sometimes they try and make their arrival and departure time the exact same time. And while this is normally allowed, it ends up with like an odd number of runway slots remaining. And that just doesn't make sense. So I tried negotiating with Dutch Air on one of the flights. They came back, they rejected it. They said it was too early for the plane stand. So another contract did come in. I still didn't exactly like it. There's kind of a weird spot now in my smallest runway, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and get this 3,000 meter runway placed. Let's zoom out. Let's turn. Let's see if we can. I want to build it like right over in here so that I have enough room for the terminal. I think, and this is the key. I want to get this right now. Let's see how that looks. Okay. Because I will tear that sucker up if I need to. Where are the lights? Oh no, we need to move this over. That is why we play around with this a little bit. We need Did I just almost put it in the same spot? Because what I'm trying to figure out is where this last runway light is and how that's going to impact any terminal I build. That's good enough. I think that's a good spot. Maybe a little more to the right, but based on this, I should be able to build a nice long terminal down in the lower corner of the map, because I want to build a nice road in part 7 so I can put all the hotels and the petrol stations on them if any come in before building my 4th runway, which will also be a 3,500 meter runway. But let's go ahead, let's get a control tower onto this. Right about there. Go ahead and make it cautious. Let's go ahead and build. This is what I don't understand about the game, is the difference between airport tarmacs and that. Oh man, we got a little corner we didn't account for. But that looks like that took care of it. Let's go ahead and build a taxiway I like I said, I've never really figured out the apron taxiway thing. So if anyone can lend me a hand on that, leave me a comment on this video or shoot me a Discord message. So let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully that works and the planes just don't turn around on me. Oops, I meant to hit concrete slab there. Since I am a fancy schmancy person, I will do the fancy, even though you really, oh, I did a little too fancy there. Even though I generally believe that you only need the one that's closest to the corner to make this work. So all you have to do is put them like this, and they should work. But I do that for extra security that the plane glitch is not going to occur. So there is the new runway. We have the control tower with it. I think we have enough plane stands and cargo holds. I guess we'll find out if we don't. What I think I'm going to build here, just because I want to show off, I'm going to build a second plane maintain. Let's go ahead and, whoops, got a little jumpy there. But then we can build plane stands up. So let's go ahead. I think that's it for now. Let's go ahead and turn up the speed a little bit. Did I miss? Oh no, I didn't miss a gap there. And this should go off the hook, theoretically. Well, I got a couple that came in. I just wanted to make sure that they were coming in. But I know, and maybe I'm misremembering the 3,000 meter runway instead of the 3,500 meter runway as the one that when you put it down, and the flights just come in instantaneously. So let's just let this go to March, and then we'll look at a few more flights. I can't honestly believe why they didn't come flooding in. Let's see if I have enough plane stands. No, I don't see any red marks. Now, here's where you're starting to get, um, well, that flight time ain't available. But if the flight time was also available on the other runway, you could have switched it over to a different runway. But there's not, and I don't see any red marks. This should be a bigger plane, I think. Not sure. One award that you're going to get now is the, yeah, there's my, that is maybe why I am not getting the contracts in. One award you get is the first supersonic flight to land at your airport award. So I'm on the lookout for that. But let's see here. what kind of flights come in. Else, what we'll probably end up doing for part 5 is skipping the rest of 77. Nothing really happens in 1978, and we'll rejoin in 1979, where I believe a new cargo comes out that can hold, instead of 3, can hold 6 different contracts. Another admin, the jetway, which doesn't apply until I build the terminal, and then airport police. Um, But let's see what some of these contract. Here comes another contract in. When I build that biggest runway, I'm pretty sure I remember I get like contracts. Like I get ones from Brazil. Like the ones you'll see from Brazil will start showing up in America. Here's a sky bus. I'm like 99% sure that that would be a supersonic jumbo jet, or I forgot exactly what the award is, but contracts are slowly coming in. They're coming in at an okay speed. Um, what I want to watch for here is, are any planes landing on this runway and then taking the taxiway out? I can't remember on how to set this up. Like on this, I set up an apron close by, but here I'm not sure. I don't know if any planes have come in yet. Oh, here's one. Here's one. Let's see what he does. Sometimes, if this isn't set up correctly to go to the plane stand, he'll just turn around and take off again. But he hopped onto the apron and he turned in. And sometimes they get jammed up on this taxiway. I don't know why, but got another contract that came in, which I will cordially reject right away. Let's see here. Oh, we got a lot. Got 15 of them. Let's just see. Are there any rejected contracts? No, there shouldn't. There shouldn't be. I don't see unless there's a turnaround time issue. I wish there was a button just to accept all contracts as is. There is one if you were to turn off that button in the upper left for automatically renewing contracts right here. Then there is a button that does show up to auto renew, which I might do later if I want to get rid of a contract. But let's just let this run a little bit more. They're coming in at a pretty good clip. If you remember from part 1 of the video, how they were just coming in like one every month or every other month, if that. But as my reputation gets higher, I'm able to um, bring in the contracts a little more quicker. Coming up on half a billion. Like I mentioned, this is one of those games that it builds on itself. As you get more money in, you can put more money back in. It builds even quicker, quicker, and quicker before you even know what to do with the money you have. Air Switzerland. How dare you, Air Switzerland? One other thing I've done in the past with these cargo demanding flights is I will just go out here and accept those cargo contracts and then not even give them a cargo facility. just because I just don't want to mess around with it. Um, so I didn't do that for the first three, but I think I'm going to do that with the latest cargo only contract, just because I don't feel like creating all these dedicated cargoes. Because I'm going to have too much fun in part 7 with creating all the dedicated check-in desks. Let's just see here. Okay, so hey, it looks like roughly a half full if I were eyeballing it there. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, there we go. So because I got some reputation, I think now they're starting to flood in. Okay, so we're not even to the newest. Glad I gave them all those dedicated cargoes for them to not use it. How far along are we? Not even, because now it's kind of diluted by having cargo, livestock, and cold storage. Yeah, we got enough. We got enough at least until we get the twos in. Then I'll build like a couple twos all the way across and see how quick those fill in. And then I know when I'm getting close on cargo. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. Air Switzerland. I'm just going to take their 1.8 and not give them what they want. Oh, they gave me good rates on my cargo. Good rates on the cargo. Okay on the refueling, too. Let's pick a few more plane contracts here. And, oh, we are just about full on 2. We are just about full on 2. I bet you there's not much more than 2 or 3 flights on this runway. And if I remember right, then the next one is just gonna flood in. Click, accept, click, accept, click, accept. Not much more than that here. I just don't, I guess I could click down here and do it a little quicker. Then on the last one here, or the second to last, we'll just take a quick peek. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 6 flights are left. So we'll just let that play out here a little bit longer. I should just try real quick here. Save my game so I don't lose it, because that would be horrible. Let me just try on medium here. It's actually not too bad on medium. I thought this would just get progressively worse and worse. It's actually bad up here. Well, the cargoes, but I just don't remember this game running this hard or difficult. You should see where it kind of clips. May take the taxiway down the middle. And here's one of our awards. Got a couple more contracts. Yep. But what I think for this part of the video I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and skip ahead to 1979, as it's just going to be a lot of sitting around waiting, a couple awards, couple contracts maybe. But let's go ahead and skip ahead to 1979. And so we are here near the end of 1978, coming into 1979, where we should have cargo coming up along with the Airport Police 3. Here's the Well Kept Airport Award that I referred to in other videos. I'm just going to take a quick peek through the financial report. Looks like we had a good year there. Quick peek at the customer satisfaction value, 942 out of 1,000. That's very good. Very good thing that I have Holland Air, because they really bring in the money. Dutch Air has about the same number of flights, but like I mentioned previously, not a good contract. But they still bring in a significant portion of money, so I probably won't fiddle with that contract. DBA has an excellent contract. They're bringing in a nice amount of money. But anyway, let's hop into 1979 here. We should be getting our next cargo coming in, and there it is. And I just want to get a couple of these down, just so that any contracts that were to come in, I meet that minimum requirement. Um, let's go ahead and I'll build that across. Let's build this across too while we're at it. Okay, so let's build two of these. And then I know if I start seeing stuff appearing in there that, hey, I'm kind of getting filled up and I need to build more. So besides getting some awards through 1978, I did end up getting one plane contract from Holland Air for Runway 2. So this runway is pretty filled up at the moment. And the next biggest runway does not occur until 1984. So there will be a lot of skipping to get to that moment there. But for the moment, we're just going to hang around here until I get the airport police that come in, hopefully in April here, else I'll just include it in the next part of this video. As you can see, we have reached $1.1 billion, and there's really nothing that knocks that money down, even on hard level. On hard level, the only difference is the overdraft fee is 1 million. So you kind of come close on hard to reaching that, but not with medium. And once you kind of get that run going, even hard doesn't have anything to kind of like knock you down to size. I know, like on games like Airline Tycoon, once you get so much money in, like you get like 900 million in, they have this like emissions fee, and usually it's just a small percentage of how much you're bringing in if you're not at that cap. But if you're at that cap, I've had like emissions fees like 200, 300 million. Um, so it's a way to kind of keep the game in line. Airport Police 3 is now available. So let's go ahead and find our airport police. I don't know if I want to build that here, or maybe I'll build it over here instead. If you right click on any item here, it gives you a description. It says good protection. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the 2. Now all I have is this fire station. Um, that is about it for now. A couple other things that would be coming up normally. Admin number 2 would be coming in, followed by the jetway if I did have a terminal. And then in 1980, I would have the airport fire station, number 3. But I think that's will do it for this video for now. Um, what I think I'll do is I will skip ahead to 1982 and we'll pick this up in part 6, which will contain livestock, airport turnaround 3, and train station 2. If you liked what you see in this video, go ahead and leave a like, or if you have a question or comment, drop a comment below.